Hey guys, Losing Louie here with a giant box to unbox for you. No, it's not a box of silver, and if you want to tune out right now, you can. But this is a box of the most precious thing and the most valuable thing on earth. Yes, it's perishable. You know what it might be? Well, it might be something for your health. Have any of you heard of wheatgrass? Well, I am a big believer in that stuff that comes, the wonderful stuff that comes from pressing wheatgrass into a green liquid that you ingest. Now, wheatgrass has got many benefits, and I'm sure there are some deniers, but I have seen with my own eyes some of the fantastic results that this particular liquid can achieve for you. And there is, silver and gold is cool, and love is good as well, but health ranks up there pretty high, and not all of us are blessed with the best of health. So this is what flash frozen wheatgrass looks like when you order. I believe this is 150 ounces flash frozen and FedEx, or I should say UPS, in overnight delivery. They pack it in dry ice. Okay, and we'll take the top piece off. That has melted a little bit. It's been a little hot here on the West Coast. But this is what they look like. Okay, they're individually packaged in 1 ounce cubes. And what you do is you immediately put this in the freezer so it doesn't melt, because if it melts, you will lose your entire the nutritional value of the wheatgrass. But each one of these can be, cut out and dissolved in some distilled water and ingested. And this is the economical and efficient way to consume wheatgrass. You've all probably been to the fresh juice stores where they grind it for you and give you a little cup of it. Well, this is flash frozen, and all the nutrients and the life remains within the grass, so you can easily take it every morning. Somebody my size would probably need a couple of these in the morning, but smaller people could get along with 1 ounce. And the benefits are substantial. I have been taking wheatgrass for, on and off for at least 20 years. So I'm going to put this away, and then I'll come back and tell you a little more. It needs to go in the freezer, and this will last me quite a while. Hey guys, I totally forgot to mention, I also mix it with psyllium. Psyllium is an all-natural fiber product, which I swear by. So a teaspoon of that in your wheatgrass, and you've had a good dose of fiber for the day, for those of us that don't eat right all the time. So I highly recommend psyllium. It's totally natural and works like a charm. And yeah, it makes it look a little gross, but actually you can do the wheatgrass, you can put the psyllium in it, you can get your vitamins and down that all at one time and just get it over with. Okay, psyllium, give it a try if you haven't. Bye. I get mine at Trader Joe's. All right, so here we are at, what's this website? Healthambition.com, and this has got a list of commonly believed benefits of wheatgrass. So I'm going to go through these really quickly, but and I'll tell you my personal experience with some of these. As it says, wheatgrass juice is something you either love or hate. There's no two ways about it. This juice, which comes from a plant that is quite literally a type of grass. However, unlike regular grass, there's a lot of health benefits to wheatgrass. For example, did you know that an ounce of wheatgrass is supposed to contain the same nutritional value as up to 1 kilogram of leafy greens? That means there's a lot of great stuff in each cup of wheatgrass. What it can do: it can boost your circulation. It has the ability to increase the amount of oxygen your blood can store. 2, it can cleanse the liver. The liver basically takes toxins out of your body. Wheatgrass will detoxify your liver to some extent, flushing those toxins from your body. The high fiber content of the juice bonds with toxins, making it impossible for your body to absorb them, and thus forces them to be eliminated. Your liver, if you drink, if you take drugs, if you take Advil, Motrin, Your liver really gets quite a workout in the modern society, especially with the amount of pharmaceuticals that we all take. And you really need to watch out for your liver. It can end your life if you burn your liver out too soon. Healing. The iron content is one of the top wheatgrass health benefits, as the iron increases red blood cells in the body. More red blood cells means faster delivery of healing nutrients your body needs to repair wounds and injuries. Let me stop there for a minute. My uncle, actually the uncle that is now departed, but he got me into coin collecting by leaving me his Morgan collection. He had an ulcer on his foot. It was an open wound that he had from poor circulation, and he was pre-diabetic and heavy. Anyway, he had a wound, and it was a non-healing wound. But when he would take wheatgrass, it would heal. And of course, it would come back because his circulation was poor. The more he stood on it, the more difficult it was to keep his wound healed. But he would definitely go through periods where, when he was really, really interested in healing his wounds, he would take as much wheatgrass as possible, and I'll be damned if it wouldn't begin to heal something that didn't typically heal on its own. Let me see if there's anything in here about AIDS. Okay, I'm going to, it talks about cancer. Let me back up a second on healing. I was first introduced to wheatgrass in the 80s. If you all remember the HIV/AIDS epidemic, in the beginning, it was ridiculous how many people were dying. Basically, AIDS was a death sentence. And of course, you got HIV, and then HIV often led to full-blown AIDS. And then pretty much you were a dead person. Well, I worked with a gentleman who got HIV, and his partner had HIV. He got it from his partner. His partner got HIV and then went on to get AIDS and did die. But this gentleman that I worked with, who had a really positive attitude, and of course he was young and healthy, but he was watching many of his friends die from this disease. Well, he was the first one that ever told me about wheatgrass. Okay, what this guy would do, and this may sound ridiculous at this point in time, and you may not have heard of such a thing, but he wanted to live, and he was looking for alternative medicines. And at this time, wheatgrass was not readily known by everyone. But he went on a regimen of extreme wheatgrass consumption. He would do wheatgrass enemas. He would do, I mean, basically, he immersed himself in wheatgrass for a prolonged period of time. And he is still alive today. Okay, virtually everybody I know that had AIDS in the 80s or had HIV and then got AIDS is pretty much dead. This guy is healthy and alive with, of course he still has HIV, but he basically owes his life to wheatgrass. All right, believe it or not, I saw this happen. And I have seen the benefits of. All right, sorry, I got cut off there. So moving on from my AIDS story, what else will it do? It will get rid of odors. It's loaded with chlorophyll. Will help you with bad breath, and definitely add a good dose of chlorophyll to your body. It helps you get rid of bacteria. Treats arthritis. The chlorophyll is a nutrient that is believed to fight inflammation. Reducing fatigue. When you feel fatigue, it's usually because your body is lacking energy. A healthy person with a healthy body is able to get all the energy they need from the food they eat, as the blood carries the energy for easy use. However, if you aren't in top shape, your blood cells can't carry as much oxygen as they need. Wheatgrass contains a lot of iron, which increases the red blood cell count in your body. With more red blood cells, your body may be able to carry the energy it needs to function properly. Fighting cancer. Wheatgrass juice was originally discovered in the search for a cure for cancer, and it was proven to be one of the most popular cancer prevention medicines. The juice is loaded with chlorophyll, which is effective at purifying the blood of toxins, chemicals, carcinogens, and free radicals. What a great idea to prevent cancer
rather than try to heal cancer with, radical radiation and chemicals after you get it. Wouldn't an ounce of prevention be better than a ton of cure? The wheatgrass juice also ensures your blood carries enough oxygen, and oxygenated blood is essential for cancer prevention. Cancer thrives in an environment with low oxygen levels. Combating obesity, as I think I said earlier, I do find that I lose more weight when I take wheatgrass, not just because it, it tastes horrible and spoils your appetite, but it has something to do with stimulating your thyroid gland. Boosting your immunity, okay. Improve fertility. Drinking wheatgrass juice is an excellent way to enhance your sex drive and libido. Not only does the juice give you a lot of energy, but it will help to boost your circulation. Healthy blood flow to the various organs increases your stamina and vitality. For those guys, I know there's a lot of young guys and gals that watch YouTube. It's generally a young audience. If you're into health, I know a lot of you are, if you're into bodybuilding, weightlifting, extreme sports, okay, before you pick up those steroids or those other performance enhancing drugs or giant cartons of God knows what chemicals the pharmacist has mixed up, really consider a wheatgrass regimen. I mean, it would be pennies on the dollar compared to the other stuff you might try, and you see if it doesn't help you. Okay, and that goes on to getting started, and I don't know what these guys recommend, but what I do know is you want it to be living. Um, best would be to grind it, to press it yourself every day, but I've done that, and believe me, that gets old really fast. The second best thing would be to go to a Jamba Juice or such place and have them press it for you. However, I do not believe in the Jamba Juice. I don't trust the wheatgrass they have. I don't trust that it's organic. And I don't trust that it's fresh. I've had them serve me some really nasty stuff before. So what's the next best thing you can do? Well, the next best thing you can do is have it in your freezer, have it when you need it, and take it consistently. If you only go to Jamba Juice 3 times a month and get wheatgrass, okay, good for you, but that's not going to be enough to help your body. You do this every morning by popping a little bit in your cup. Then you can do it consistently, and you're going to get a large percentage of what you would get out of fresh pressed grass. It does taste awful. Okay, it tastes absolutely awful. It tastes less awful if you mix it with stevia or another organic sweetener. Do not put it in chlorinated water. All right, chlorine will kill the enzymes. You want to put it in distilled water or double filtered Brita, or let your water stand to remove overnight to remove the chlorine. You want to take it before you've had your coffee if you believe in taking it in the morning, as I do, and I take it with my vitamins and I take it with my fiber. But do it before you've had your coffee, because I guarantee you can't take this. You can't drink coffee and then turn around and drink a cup of. Okay, so I think I need to wrap it up there. I'm pushing 14 minutes, but I hope you will give it a try and see if it doesn't make you feel better. It's Losing Louie signing out, and check out some wheatgrass. Bye, everybody.